guys, I want to talk just a little bit about your feats, your skills, and your armor. All right. In Dungeons and Dragons, we have this thing. First of all, let me introduce him. This is Tigression, my paladin. All right. He is Dragonborn. All right. He's a noob. He's brand new. And so let me get right to the point of the video. Proficiencies. Now he is a paladin. He can wear heavy armor, he can wear light armor, and he can wear medium armor. These are the armors he's proficient with, all three armors. If I show him here, you'll see right now he's dressed. Okay, you can look over here, you can see he's dressed, and you see he's got a balance of 3, and he's got a jump of 4, and his tumble is 0. Tumble is how well you can take a fall, for an example. I'm not going to talk about concentration. Jump, you know, it's great. Sometimes you have to jump over things, okay, from place to place. And you also sometimes want to jump over enemies. You know, you're surrounded by enemies. You kind of want to, you know, jump over them. Not just up in the air like I did, but jump over them. Balance. Some of them, well, some of them will have a trip skill, as I do right here, this little boot. This is my trip skill. I can trip a foe. And so how well you can take a trip, you know, maybe you can keep your balance very well so you don't take a fall that easily. Also in grease, you know, some of these guys have grease. How well you can keep your balance in general. Well, if I take off his clothes, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to do this last. I'm going to take off all this other modifiers here, and that's of course essentially what all this equipment does. It modifies your stats. I'm sure you're familiar with that in other MMOs, right? You know, something that modifies your stats here. And I'm going to go right down to this. Okay, now he's naked. Now, as you see with his armor off, his balance is now a 6, not a 3. His jumping is a 4. His tumbling is a 2 instead of a 0. Okay. And he was wearing medium armor. Alright. Now if I put on heavy armor, this is a full plate. This is the full plate of armor. Notice his armor check penalty will be a -5. I'm trying to hover over it long enough for you to take a look at the outfit here. And where it says armor check penalty -5. Pay attention to that. Spell failure is also important if you do cast some spells. He does a little bit, you know. So does clerics. Clerics do a little spell casting too. So if they're wearing heavy armor, full plate, they're going to get a -5 penalty. Spell failure will be it's going to be 35% spell failure. Now, what does that -5 armor failure mean? Armor check penalty mean? Well, let me show you. If he wears it, I'll put this on. First of all, notice his stats here. Balance 6, jump 4, tumble 2. Now watch. Now his balance is a 1. His jumping skills is a -1. And his tumbling skills are now a -3. Which means he's going to take a hard fall if he falls off something accidentally, or I have to jump down someplace and I don't get my feather fall in time. He's going to take a pretty good tumble. In fact, he could die. It's a -3. Jumping, not only he's not going to be able to jump up in the air very well and jump over enemies very well, but he's not going to be able to jump over if there's a broken bridge or something he has to jump. He's not going to be able to jump that very well. He can take a potion of tumbling, or excuse me, tumbling, a potion of jumping to help his stats, same thing with tumbling, but that potion of jumping is only give a +10, so, and he's a -1, so with that potion he's going to have a 9 to his jumping skills, alright, and that's not always good. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But it isn't, not always. So be careful with that. I'm going to take off this heavy armor, this full plate. Now he's going to put on a half plate of armor. This is called a half plate. Again, he's got a -4. Because this is a half plate, not a full plate. Again, notice his stats will change to a -4. He's going to get -4 on everything here, instead of a -5 on everything. You see, that is what that armor check penalty means. This is what it means. Yes, again, he is proficiencies. He is proficient with heavy armor. Heavy armor proficiency. That means he's able to wear it. It does not mean it's going to change, that it's going to keep this good. Okay? It just simply means he is able to wear it for his class. Has nothing to do with the armor check penalty. Okay? This right here, go to proficiencies again. Again, the heavy armor proficiency only means he can wear it. Light armor is medium armor. That means he's okay to wear that. Now, if I take off this, again, let me leave it on just for 1 second. Again, his balance is now 2. His jumping is 0, and his tumbling is -2. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better than this full plate. Okay. But I'm going to remove this. Now I'm going to show you what light armor does on him. Okay? This is the light armor. See his stats here? Look. No changes. He's wearing light armor. It's like being naked. There are no changes. His balance is the same as being naked. His jumping skills are the same, and his tumbling skills. Okay? He's no longer in his underwear. As you can see, he's actually wearing that. There is no armor check penalty for this light armor, which means he's getting benefits of all of his balance and jump and his tumble. Okay? So he's very fine. But what's the problem? He's a paladin. He's on the front lines. And this light armor is not going to be good. If he was a rogue, okay, maybe. But he's not a rogue or anything with light armor, or this is not going to do him any good on the front lines. Okay, he's not a ranger, he's not a rogue sneaking around. He is a paladin on the front lines, doing front line damage. Okay? So this light armor is not going to help him. So I'm going to remove that. And here I'm getting penalties, penalizing pretty well. So what I've been keeping on him for now is a medium armor. And I will show you what the medium armor does on him. No, it's not going to be as good for him as the heavy armor, granted. I'll admit. See, now his balance is 3. His jumping is a 1, at least he can jump a little. His tumbling is a -1. But it's still better than that light armor. He's still better armored than that light armor. But he's not nearly as armored as he is with these right here. The heavy armor and the full plate and the half plate. The heavy armors here. So what does that mean? That means as soon as I can, I'm going to up my tumble, jump, and balance skills. That way he can wear this heavy armor. Okay, he's only a level 3. He's just a newborn. Really, he's a baby. He's a baby character. But as I can increase my stats here, my balance, my jump, and my tumble, I will. In the meantime, I will take some pots as I need to help me augment this as need be. For temporarily. Now, speaking of augments, remember your other equipment here helps to augment things. If I go here, this is spirit block. Some of this is nothing, okay? So I'm just going to get him fully dressed here. Now that he's fully dressed, except for his quiver and his battle axe here, his balance is 3, his jumping is a 4, but his tumble is now 0. You see that? Was it his gloves? No. I mean his boots. No, not his gloves. Oh, his helmet. His helmet gives him a +1 to his tumble. So if I remove this, see he's got now a -1 to his tumble. If I put his hat back on, it's now zeroed out. His concentration also changes too. He's got a 4 concentration and a -1 to his tumble, and that's what the hat does. It helps to augment that, okay? Now, he's only level 3 once again. And I will up in these things. His concentration is important, and his healing is important. He's a paladin, okay? In Dungeons and Dragons, you see this little star here beside balance and jump and tumble. You see all these got a little star asterisk beside it. What that means is that you're cross-training, not cross-classing. That's something different. But this is cross-training, and he will be cross-training. What's important to a paladin is his concentration and his healing, as you see here. There's no star beside it, no asterisk beside it. What's important to him are these two things. But what also is important is that he doesn't fall flat on his back in battle. So he's going to need that balance. He's going to have to be able to jump up over the enemies and around the enemies, okay? As a barbarian or as a fighter, he is a paladin. He's going to need some jumping skills. Tumbling, of course, he's going to have to take a fall in case he ever takes a fall. That happens in this game sometimes. You will take falls, and your feather fall may not always work, or it's only 30 seconds long. Sometimes you're going to fall longer than 30 seconds. You may be falling for 2 minutes, and this only lasts 30 seconds. So you want your tumble skills at least up some. He's diplomatic. Okay, diplomacy has to be up a little bit for him. Okay, that's for interacting with NPCs, of course, and as well as monsters. You know, you can be diplomatic with monsters, as funny as that sounds, you know, your enemies. But that will encourage them to find other enemies besides yourself. Okay? And then, of course, we always get Intimidate, wherever it's at here. Intimidate, which is also, as you see, no star beside it, important for a paladin. Okay? This way you can draw the enemies on him instead of away from him, being this way. Okay? Alright. And this right here will make them, the bluff helps them with sneak attacks. Okay, it makes the enemy more vulnerable to sneak attacks. As you see, this one's got a asterisk, a star beside it. It's really not his thing. But I feel I am very adamant about my balance skills, my jumping skills, and my tumbling skills when it comes to all my characters. I don't care what character it is. They need to tumble, take a fall a little bit. They need to be able to jump a little bit. They all need to be able to heal themselves at least a little bit. They need to not concentration, balance. Well, they all need concentration, don't get me wrong, but balance. They also need to be able to have some concentration. Some need some better than others. But balance, again, is going to be highly important. Very, very important to him. Okay? Very important to him as well. So he doesn't lay down, you know, in battle where they trip him and fall and he's getting whacked on and can't do anything when he's down. So please, if you do decide to play Dungeons and Dragons, pay attention to these stats. This is highly important, as you can see. Again, I'm wearing medium armor. It's not the best for the paladin, no. He's on front lines. What's best for him is the heavy armor here. Either the half plate or the full plate. But again, his stats, I don't want him face down, you know, on his back because one of the enemies tripped him. And he's being whopped up on, helpless. Can't do anything. Trust me. And I want to be able to jump up over my enemies. Okay? As I can. They're backing me up in a corner, and then I can jump up and around them and over them. I want to be able to do that, okay? And again, if I take a fall, if I mess up and I take a fall or something, I want to be able to fall at least at a 0, okay? That way I'm not going to take so much damage. I just wanted to show that the brief is important. All your characters, okay, this is going to be important to all your characters. So always open up your character sheet. This is your character sheet right here. And look at your skills. Alright? You will have a chance to up in your skills, okay? You will have a chance to do that with each character. Alright? As you rank up and, as you level and rank up, okay? Again, be sure to look at your proficiencies and what you can and cannot do here, okay? I can, see what weapons that you can handle, okay? Simple, we all get simple weapons, but be sure to double check everything, okay? Check all of them, all right? And see what you can and can't use, Alright. Be sure to check your feeds. Okay? Here's another thing. To open up your feeds, you know, I've got my smite. I want to be sure to pull it out here. I lay on hands. Pull it out here. The square ones are active. You know, your octagon ones are passive. Okay? Those are passive. But these are the active ones. The ones that you hit down here. So be sure to make sure you drag all this to your toolbars, your trip, your sunder, whatever you've got. Okay? Whatever it may be. Be sure. Defensive fighting here. Be sure to drag all this. You don't have to do the attack. Why? Because you can hold your mouse button down and attack. But you can have the attack if you wish. Drag it out if you need. Alright? Dismiss a charm. If you're charming monsters, be sure to have that one out. If you have spells, be sure to drag them to your toolbar here. He will soon enough. He's a paladin. He'll get his spells, I think, at level 4. Again, this is his enhancements. You will have active enhancements as well. Okay, so be sure to not just your skills, active skills like healing here. Okay, not just your feats here like defensive fighting. Not just your spells if you have spells to pull them. But also here, your enchantment. Be sure to check those enchantments and pull them down here too. You're going to need them as well. This is for your crafting. Also check your stats here. Keep your eye on all this as well. Alright. Your BAB, your base attack bonuses here, you know. You don't have to worry about key unless you're a monk. Okay. Only monks use the key. Otherwise, pay attention to all the rest, okay. Whatever you can use, be sure to understand your character and find out what you can and can't take. This will be your resistances and things like this. Damage reduction here. Just pay attention. Take, you know. If you got a pet, you will click. There's going to be a little button over here for pet. Click it. There's going to be another character sheet come out for your pet. Check your pet. Make sure your pet is all good. Everything's dragged to his toolbar or her toolbar. Alright. I'll have to show you that with a pet one time. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you this because in Dungeons & Dragons, this right here is important. You don't have this in WoW. You do not have this in Lord of the Rings Online or other MMOs. But you do have this problem right here in Dungeons & Dragons Online. It's what makes it so much fun and such a challenge. Alright guys, later.